This is a story about a letter that was delivered 50 years too late. A few months ago, our subscriber Maria from San Diego received a letter in the mail. The postmark was unreadable, but the date on the envelope was clearly 1943. Confused, Maria took the letter home. Who could have sent it? And what would be the reason for sending such an old letter? She sat down at her kitchen table and carefully tore open the envelope. Inside she found a folded sheet of paper with ink handwriting on it. It was addressed to Maria's grandmother, who had passed away 20 years prior. The letter was dated December 26, 1944. The grandmother must have gotten it around Christmas time, but how? This was impossible. Maria read the letter. My dearest Amelia, Christmas is coming and I long for you more than anything else in life. The war continues to rage outside, but inside my heart there is only room for you. Do you remember when you told me that if I wrote you a poem, you would become my wife? Well, I am holding you to that promise. You are my wife, whether we are together or apart. I send you all my love, your loving husband Thomas. It ended with a P.S. If you're reading this, promise me you'll find him. He's all I have left of you. Who was this mysterious man? What did he have to do with the grandmother? When Maria told her mother about the letter, her mother's eyes filled with tears. She said, "Oh, that foolish boy. I always knew he would come back to America, but I never imagined it would happen like this. He never stopped loving your grandmother, not even after all these years. Why? Just last week you and your brother were talking about how you wish you knew what happened to your grandmother after the war. Now you know. She never spoke of her first love, nor did she ever speak of the war. There were things she kept hidden from us. But now, thanks to this letter, we will find him and deliver it to her. Or actually, deliver it to her grave. At least she will finally get her letter." But Maria's father objected. "This is crazy. How can you be so sure that he's still alive? He could have died 50 years ago." "He couldn't have," her mother insisted. "He would have been only 18 years old if he had died. He would have been just a little younger than your father. And he wouldn't have been able to sign a letter like this if he had died young. He's out there somewhere. I can feel it in my bones." With her mother's permission, Maria set off to find the man from the letter. She looked through old photo albums, trying to find some clue as to where her grandmother might have met him. Finally, she found a faded photograph of a young girl standing next to two boys by a lake. In the back of the picture, someone had written the name Joseph. Maybe this was the man. Excited, she brought the photo to her mother. "Is this him?" she asked. Her mother took the photo and sighed. "No, this is Joseph. He was our neighbor. He grew up and became a writer. He sent us this letter one time, but it was never delivered because my sister hid it. She wanted to marry Joseph herself, but he chose another woman. I heard he became quite famous. But why would he know where this man is?" Maria was confused. Where else could she look? Then she noticed something strange. On the back of the photo, someone had written the name Catherine. Could this be her grandmother? She had never heard that name before. Had her grandmother gone by another name? Maria decided to go to the library and search the old city directories. She hoped to find an address for Catherine or whoever this mystery woman was. After hours of searching, she found a hit. Catherine lived on Elm Street. Maria drove over. She noticed that all the houses on the street looked the same. They must have been built around the same time. The war had ended just 3 years before 1947. Many families had returned to the United States and built new lives here. She found the house number 13. It looked exactly the same as the others. Maria knocked on the door. An elderly woman opened it. Maria showed her a photo of the girl from the picture. "Have you ever seen her?" the woman asked. The woman's eyes widened. "Of course I've seen her. She's my sister. I haven't seen her in 50 years. What's going on? What does this mean?" "I'm looking for the man from this letter. I think he may have lived here," Maria said, handing the woman the letter. The woman's hands trembled as she read the faded ink. "Oh, Thomas, I haven't thought of that name in forever. So many years have passed since then. I thought my whole family had forgotten about him. Hasn't anyone told you about him? About what happened all those years ago? It's sad, really sad." Maria learned that her parents had no clue about the letter until now. Catherine sighed and said, "Okay, let me fill you in. I'm your Aunt Martha. Back in the day, I was just a silly teenager. My sister Amelia and I both had a crush on Thomas, but he was into Amelia. After the war, he was set to head back to Boston for school, but he got drafted and was off to fight in Korea. We tried to talk him out of it, but he was all about duty. He said he'd rather die than let communism win. I thought he'd pick me over that, but he was loyal to his country and your grandmother. Deep down, I think he loved her more than anything. Before he left, he promised to come back, but that never happened. When his letter finally came, I couldn't bring myself to read it. I was too scared it would shatter me. So, I handed it to Martha. She needed a distraction after losing her husband and being pregnant. I moved to California, started fresh, had kids, and tried to forget. But every time I saw a handsome guy, I thought of Thomas. I wondered if he was alive and if he loved someone else. And now why is he writing to Amelia after all this time? It just doesn't add up." Aunt Martha led Maria into the living room and handed her a photo album. "Here, take a look at this." In it, Maria found pictures of a handsome young man, his hair just beginning to gray. Next to him was an equally beautiful woman. She looked just like Amelia, except she was much younger. Is this him? Maria asked. Aunt Martha nodded sadly. Yes, Thomas never forgot Amelia, not one day. Every year on the anniversary of her death, he would visit her grave and bring her flowers. Sometimes he would leave extra flowers at my grave too. He didn't want me to feel forgotten. Maria was moved to tears. She hugged her aunt. You have no idea how much this means to me. I want to find him. I want to give him this letter, but he doesn't live here. Where could I possibly find him? Aunt Martha Rum family. He always kept in touch with Joseph. He considered him a brother. You should start by visiting his house. If he's not there, perhaps Joseph's widow might know where he lives. He hasn't visited in a while, but I'm sure she would be happy to see you. At Joseph's house, Maria met a kind widow who remembered Thomas fondly. He was a good man, she said. A true American hero. He was proud to fight for our freedom. He never married, though. He always remained faithful to his lost love. The widow led Maria to a shelf where stacks of letters lay. These are from Thomas. He wrote to Joseph every month. Here, take a look. Maria found the letter dated closest to the present day. It was postmarked 3 months ago. She opened it and read, My dearest Joseph, I trust this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. I hope you're enjoying retirement and spending plenty of time with your lovely wife. As for me, I am still working hard at the university. I miss the good old days when we were young and full of vigor. I miss Catherine, too. Sometimes I wonder if she thinks of me from time to time. I know it was my fault we parted ways all those years ago, yet I cannot help but feel that fate had a hand in it. If you happen to see Martha, please tell her I said hello. Also, if you see my grandniece Maria, please tell her to come visit me. I would like to meet her. With much love and admiration, Thomas. Maria realized Thomas probably didn't realize that his letter had traveled 50 years to reach her, but now she knew where he lived. 3 weeks later, Maria stood at the door of an old but well-maintained house. She rang the doorbell, and a moment later the door was opened by an old man with twinkling eyes. Can I help you? He asked. Maria held out the letter. Mr. Thomas, I believe this is yours. The old man took the letter, and his hands trembled as he opened it. He began to read, but then stopped. His eyes widened in disbelief. Is this really from me? But this must be at least 50 years old. Why didn't you come sooner? I thought she had forgotten me, that she moved on with her life. Oh, Amelia, I never stopped loving you. Maria felt tears prickling at her eyes. You never stopped loving my grandmother. She loved you too. That much is clear from this letter. She never spoke of you. She kept many secrets from us, but now, thanks to this letter, we know the truth. Thomas took Maria inside and offered her a seat. He was quiet for a moment, lost in thought. How old are you? He asked finally. 22, Maria replied. And your grandmother was 22 when she died. That means I'm almost twice your age. I guess I'm pretty old. I never thought I'd have any visitors, especially not from my lost love's family. It's a miracle this letter found its way to you, but I'm glad it did. I was wrong. Amelia did not forget me. She carried me in her heart all these years, and so did her family. I can feel it. Maria smiled. You were right. Words do travel slower than we hope, but love always arrives right on time. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed the story.